Sometimes you want to dig into your student list in a little more detail than your preset filters allow. That's where your additional filters come into play. In this video, we will provide a brief overview of the additional filters feature of both your My Students and Tracking Items tabs, so that you can control what you see within Starfish. To access Starfish, start off on your MyECC page and select Starfish from the bottom of the Quick Links menu. You may be prompted to log into Starfish. If that's the case, use your MyECC user ID and password. Once in Starfish, go to your Students menu. We are going to start with the My Students tab. As always, you can filter your My Students tab by connection and by term, but if you want a bit more control, check out the Additional Filters menu to the right of your screen. From this menu, you can filter your students list based on their tracking item activity, their cohorts and relationships, their success scores, and their attributes. ECC does not currently utilize the Success Plans feature, but check back for more information if that feature is adopted. On the Tracking Item tab, you can choose to see only those students who have active tracking items and select some details regarding those tracking items. For example, to identify students who may be struggling more than most, you can choose to see only those students who have 4 or more active tracking items. You can also filter by flag type, who the flag was created by, the course context, or the date the flags were created. Note that if you put a number in the count box at the top, it will only bring back students who have that many or more of flags that meet the criteria that you set. For example, my current settings will only return students who have 4 or more active flags. I can set it to show me only flags that were created this semester by setting the created date range at the bottom. You can also select students who belong to particular organizations, like all veteran students, or students who are affiliated with the Student Success Center. Note that you will only be able to see those students with whom you have an active relationship in Starfish. On the Success Scores tab, you can choose to target only those students with a particular range of success scores. For example, you may want to send out a communication out at the very beginning of the semester to all students with poor success scores, which are scores of 50 or below, encouraging them to reach out to you at the first sign of struggle, or to those students with good success scores, which is success scores of 70 or above, informing them of an opportunity to tutor their fellow students. Finally, you can use attributes imported from DataTel to further filter your student list. Simply click the green Add Attribute button at the top of the tab to add a new filter. Select the relevant attribute, for example, Student Home Campus, and the value you wish to filter for. You can add additional attributes by selecting Add Attribute again, or remove an attribute by selecting the X to the right of the attribute. When you have finished setting your custom filters, simply click Submit, and your My Students list will be filtered based on your specifications. We can use the same basic procedures in the Tracking Items tab to filter the flags and kudos that are visible on our list. Here we again have specific views and preset connections that we can use to filter our list. Our View filters includes a filter for active flags only, or flags that I've personally created. We can also add additional filters to the Tracking Items tab. Here, you have the same tabs available to you as you did on your My Students list. Simply add as many or as few filters as you would like to use to filter your tracking items. To reset your view to all items when you're finished with a particular view, simply click the blue X box to the right of the Edit Filters button to clear all filters and return to the default. Whether you want to target your advertisements of a particular program, or bulk raise flags, send email messages set on specific criteria, or comment on a group of flags, your filters are there to help you identify any subset of students you wish to find within Starfish. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the Starfish team, and we'll be happy to assist you.